Well, hello and good evening, everyone. Janet Legere here with our GVO training for Thursday, October the 13th. Wow, the month of October is half over already. Yikes. Before we know it, it's going to be springtime. Don't want to get ahead of myself, but hey, I know what's going to come in between that, which is okay. It's part of the seasons. We had a little taste of winter this week, and that was interesting. But we've got pretty nice weather today. We're getting back into double-digit temperatures. I like that. I like it because I'm more inclined to get outside when the temperature's a bit warmer. But when it's cool, I love the fact that when it's snowing and miserable out, I don't have to go out. Isn't that cool? How's everyone doing tonight? I see by our poll that we have quite a well-rounded group here this evening. We've got quite a few guests. There were at least 5 guests that had answered the poll. We have had about 5 people who were free fan page members. They're almost guests. So I want to do a special welcome to our guests who are here this evening and to our free fan page members. I really hope that you get exceptional value from this training. That is our intent. Hey Anderson, great to see you. These trainings are open to everybody. We want to help you really learn how to maximize the systems that we have here. It can be confusing because there's an awful lot here. Believe me, you're getting an awful lot of bang for your buck when you're a part of the GVO family. And tonight, I'm going to talk to you about following up with your leads and members. Over the last few weeks, we've been talking a lot about advertising and, using the fan page system, doing the core commitments. How you guys doing with that? How are you doing with the fan page system and all of that? I know how it is when something is new and shiny, everybody gets excited and then you kind of lose interest. But I hope you haven't, because it's working exceptionally well. There's a little secret to it. It's like anything. You have to do it continuously. You can't do it for a little while and then stop. And so we've talked a lot about the mechanics of getting leads. That's simple. Thomas Kelly, you can find the replays in the shared file folder, bottom right hand corner of the room, right beside the Pure Leverage logo. You'll see a little icon there. If you click that, it will pop up a box. Scroll down until you see GVO webinar replays. Okay? Following up with your leads and members. All right? Getting leads, mechanical. Anyone can do it. There's no secret to it. There's no magic to it. If you have a lot of money, you can generate leads easily because you can pay for leads. You can pay for advertising. If you don't have a lot of money, there's lots of ways to get leads fairly free or fairly inexpensively. At the end of the day, the mechanics of getting leads is just that, mechanics. But you've got to do it every day in order to have leads to follow up with. So tonight we're going to talk about following up with your leads and members. I'm going to throw a big fat question out there and see how everybody does with answering this. Are you ready? How many of you have leads to follow up with? Just a yes or no. Do you have leads in your fan page system? You have leads in your Pure Leverage system, your autoresponder, somewhere? Dennis says no. William says yes. Richard's yes. Got quite a few yes. Dennis says no. 1 no so far. Wow, that's amazing. Thomas Kelly doesn't know. All right, well, you'd know if you've got leads. If you're actively advertising and you have your system set up, you'll know if you're getting leads because you get notification. Okay? So don't know probably means no. Anyone else? Do you have leads to follow up with? Alan says no. Gary says, autoresponder, I'm getting there. Well, it's really simple to set up your fan page system or Pure Leverage. We've got autoresponder letters in the shared file folder. We've got videos and training on how to do that. It's just a matter of getting that done. And then, like I said, those are the mechanics, okay? If you want to create success and you want to make money, there's things you need to do. You can't just keep going to training classes, and you can't use excuses that it's overwhelming and you're confused, because all the training is here. Am I right? Would you agree with me? 66 leads. Good job, William. Good job. Well done. Now, have some of those leads upgraded through the system? Are they through the fan page system? You should be starting to see some upgrades. We're going to talk tonight about following up with those leads, okay? So we're going to cover a little bit. We're going to talk about advertising, which we just kind of talked about briefly. We're going to talk about where to locate your contacts, finding the autoresponder section. We're going to talk about some general follow-up, things to write about. I hope you have a notebook and pen. You're working toward putting it up on the front page of your site. Okay, Gary. Setting up an email series. We're going to talk about how to create continuous follow-up. Oh, putting an opt-in form on your site. Awesome. There's lots of pages. The fan page system is already set up for you. Social networks and Skype. We're going to talk about how to follow up with your contacts there, because trust me, especially if you have a small budget. How many of you here have a small budget or no budget at all for advertising? Put up your hand. Yes. Big fat yes. You have really small or no budget for advertising. Common problem on the internet. Really common problem on the internet. Yeah. Okay. So if you have a really small budget or no budget, then you better learn how to master social networks and Skype, because that's where the people are. There's like a bazillion people on social networks and Skype. So even if you have a large budget, I can promise you that social networks and Skype are still the place to find the best leads. And we're going to talk about fan page members and paid members, how to connect with them. It's a little different than connecting with your leads, right? As they come through the fan page system, these are people who are taking action. These are the action takers. These are the people that you want to help and encourage to upgrade. That's where the moolah is. Right? We good so far? Let's talk about advertising. Number one, you have to have something to advertise. That's why we give you the free fan page system. Oh, it's easy to get people on Skype. Gary, believe me, really easy to get people on Skype. Advertising is key to building your list. The fan page system is a free system, so there's no reason that you can't do this. We give you all the training on how to set up the autoresponder, and you have a capture page there all ready for you. And even if you don't set up your autoresponder right away, if you advertise your capture page, you're going to get leads, and you can follow up with them. So did you hear me? No excuses. Okay, there's no excuses not to advertise your capture page, especially the fan page capture page, because it's a really cool capture page. And it does attract a lot of leads. When I advertise it, I get signups all the time. All right? So no excuses. So even if you don't have the autoresponder set up, you can still advertise. You need to advertise every day to generate leads and members to follow up with. And remember, the fan page system has a really high converting rate. I think it's about 4 or 5%. And I'm seeing about a little bit more than that personally. Advertise your fan page URL or a pure leverage capture page if you're a pure leverage reseller, or your own capture page. Gary, you were mentioning you were getting a page up on your website. That's fine. At the end of the day, the setup can kill you. So do me a favor and don't spend so much time on setup that you're never getting to the advertising part. Sometimes we're doing that because we don't really want to start advertising. It's a little scary adventure out there, isn't it? You want to advertise a page that asks for a name and an email address. I always like having a phone number on there, but at least a name and an email address, right? Bren, we'll talk about that in a minute, where to find your leads. The fan page leads go into the fan page system. If you are a Pure Leverage upgraded member, you'll see them in the Pure Leverage system. But they're under the fan page system campaign. Okay, so if you're a free fan page system member, they're going to be in your fan page system back office. If you are a Pure Leverage upgraded member, they're going to be in your Pure Leverage back office. Does that make sense, Bren? Now let's talk about following up with all those leads you're generating because you're advertising. Okay, because you're all good people, right? You're advertising every day. Yes. Put your hand up if you're advertising every day. I just want to feel good that some of you are. Come on. Make me feel good here. Quick yes. That you're advertising every day or regularly at least. Good job. Good job, people. Good job. All right. You're awesome. I love you for it. This is the most important task of anything you do online outside of advertising. Advertising is mechanical. You have to do that. There's no excuses. There's no way around it. You're either going to pay a lot of money to do it or you're going to do it yourself and you're going to get it done. But you got to do it. It's the way you get leads, okay? Then you got to learn to follow up. And this is the part where the majority of people really and truly fail because they get all tongue-tied. They don't know what to say to their prospects. They don't know how to start a conversation. My God, what if they ask a question? Ah, I just started. What if they ask me if I'm making money? Oh my God. Take a big breath, everyone. Follow up is not that hard. All right, the guest says, I've got mom PL and got back up. Do I need 3 resellers? Can I get my own website? So you're a mom reseller and you're a Pure Leverage reseller. So Pure Leverage and Got Backup are connected. The mom system is separate. Okay? So whatever you're connected to, if you're part of all the programs, then I'm going to suggest that you kind of take a chill pill for a minute and step back and pick one and get it done. You need to build your list. So whatever you're promoting, building, wanting to grow out there, you need to build your list. And the fastest way to build your list is with the fan page system. Who agrees? Yes. The fastest way to build your list is with the fan page system, okay? Seriously, it works really well, but it only works if you advertise it. You have to be consistent. You have to be persistent with your follow-up once you get people. Okay, advertise every day. Do your fan page system, all right? You're advertising. Now you're getting leads. If you're not getting leads, you need to advertise. Repeat, if you're not getting leads, you need to advertise. So now we're going to assume you're getting leads, okay? We're going to assume you're getting leads. And so now you need to follow up with them. Now you need to get to know, like, and trust them. And they need to get to know, like, and trust you. And the best way for them to get to know, like, and trust you is for you to be a really cool person. Okay? For you to not shove your business down their throat. For you to not, sell. I have people approach me all the time with programs, as you can imagine. I'm prospected to all the time. And, sometimes I have to bite my tongue because people are so in your face about what they have. And it's like, you need to sign up. And it's just like, that's not the best way to connect with people. Build a list and follow up. That's right, Gary. Brent says, so advertise the fan page, do the 4 commitments, and there are separate actions. There's lots of things to do to advertise, Brent. We did a whole training on advertising, okay? You do the core commitments and everything else. You need to invest time in getting traffic to that website so that you can start developing those leads that you can follow up with. So we're going to talk to you about sharing what's working for you. And maybe what's working for you is simply coming to these training calls. Maybe you're excited about the training calls. Maybe you haven't figured it out yet. Do you know what? It's okay to tell people you haven't figured it out yet, but you know you're going to because you're following the training here and everything is here for you, step by step. You know what I'm going to do for you guys? I have to find the time. I'm pretty sure I can make the time to do this, but I'm going to put together a quick step-by-step guide. I know Joel's got some really phenomenal training in the back office, okay? But you guys have a lot of programs here, so I'm going to put together a quick step-by-step guide on what you need to do to get things going here. Regardless of whether you're in Mom or Pure Leverage or what, we're going to talk about the best way to get things going here. Sound good? I'll work on that, okay? It won't be done right away, but I'll work on it. So we're going to talk about sharing the success of your team. If you guys are a part of a team, if you're in a network marketing company, you're all part of a team, right? You can share the success of your team. And you can continue to add autoresponder messages as you grow. Now let's get into a little more detail here. Where to find your leads. That's one of the biggest questions, right? Where do I find my leads? Well, your leads are located in your lead capture system if you use the fan page system or other capture pages provided, because Joel has quite a few back there that are similar to the fan page system. If you set up campaigns in your autoresponder and you're putting a form on your website, then they're going to be in your campaigns there. They're two different things. So I've got some pictures here that kind of give you an idea. So if you're using the fan page system, which Brenda, I'm assuming that you are, and this is what it's going to look like, and you're going to find your leads here. If I just grab a little pen, right here under the Level 1 Marketing Suite, the lead capture system. All right, the lead capture system is going to bring the whole system up. You're going to be able to find your messages, your subscribers. If you're with Pure Leverage, your leads are going to be in the back office in the same place. They're under the Level 1 marketing system. They just look a little different. All right, so you're going to find them in the same place. And to go to your subscribers, you can just click on subscribers, current subscriber list. You want to make sure that right over here you have your fan page system selected, because that's where your leads are. Okay. Now, if you set up an autoresponder, it's going to be in your autoresponder system under the Level 1 marketing system. So you'll see here that you can choose your lead capture page system or the autoresponder. So the lead capture page system is where your fan page leads are. Right? It's also where your got backup leads are, and all the other systems that Joel has created, those lead capture pages, that's where those leads are. But if you set up an autoresponder, they're listed under autoresponder, and you'll select your list here. Here it shows personal contacts, and then you'll be able to go and find your subscribers. Okay, makes sense? If you're in GVO and you're using the autoresponder in GVO, they're going to be on the left under your autoresponder. So now that you know where to find your leads, let's talk about general follow-up. Some questions to ask. We're going to talk about requesting their contact info. I even have some template emails for you guys to use. Do you have a pen and paper handy? I hope you do. Or you can be typing notes. Maybe you're typing it on notes. You can share your information. Bet you never thought of that. Ask about their business. What I always recommend that you do is that you kind of keep things open, and when you have an idea, send an email to your list. How do you get to be a guest of? Well, Terry, if you give me, I'll get that for you later. It's in the email that you got from Joel. If you look at the link, it goes to guest of. Someone has no sound. So you can send your affiliate link out and invite them to come to the calls, and they'll be attached to you, and it shows that they're your guest. Guest about where is the Pure Leverage system where I can create the lead capture page. I'm wanting to use it to create a funnel for my primary business. The lead capture page system is in there under the marketing suite. Just let me go back here to Pure Leverage. So down here on the left hand side, you'll find the marketing suite, and you'll find the capture page system under the lead capture page system. You can go and create your own capture pages and attach them to your campaign. Pure Leverage does not offer hosting for your websites. All right, we're going to get back into follow-up now, okay? Let's keep the topic on follow-up. Asking questions. This is one of the best ways to connect with your members, to connect with your leads, to connect with anybody. Ask questions. In fact, I encourage you to keep a notebook with you, and as you think of questions, write them down. Don't ask them all in the same email. Make them each a different email. You just say, hello, name, put the code in for their name, look it up. They all have different codes. The one for GVO, I'm going to give it to you right here so that you make sure you use it. It's percentage subscriber first name percentage. Just like that. Oops, without a space. That's the code you're going to use in the email that you're going to send in the autoresponder, because you can go into your emails or into your autoresponder and you can send a broadcast anytime you want. Okay, you're not limited to how many emails you can send. You can go in and send an email to that list anytime you want. I don't recommend you send it like 1,000 times a day. Use it when you have things to say. So, hello name, thanks for subscribing to my list. I'm wondering if you're involved in a business that you're looking to promote online. I'd love to hear all about it. Reply to this email or send me a message on Skype. My details are below. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Now, I could change this. Asking questions. What other questions can we ask? How long have you been involved in internet marketing? I'd love to connect and talk about it. Where are you from? What part of the world are you located? Another great way to connect. Can you think of any other questions? And you can keep the template simple, just like I have it here. It doesn't have to be complicated. And you'll notice in these, I'm not including a website. Now, you could include one in your signature. You could include your domain in your signature. Highly recommend you do get your own domain. You could include your fan page URL in your signature. But in some of these emails, you want to keep it without a link. I mean, it can be in your signature, but the body of the email is just to make contact. You really want to encourage them to reply, to respond. That's a great question, Brent. How did you get interested in internet marketing? I love that. Write it down. How did you get interested in internet marketing? Request their contact information. Now, if you're purchasing leads through the co-op and GVO, you're getting just their name and email address. You're not getting their phone number. Even through the fan page system, you just have their name and their email address. And so you may want to write to them and say, you know, thanks again for subscribing to my list. Do I have your contact information correct? Maybe you have their phone number. So say, I show your phone number as, please reply and let me know if this is correct, or send me your correct number. So if you don't have your number, that you could say, I want to make sure I have your contact information. I have your name and email address, but no phone number on file. Can you reply and give me your phone number? I'd love to give you a call sometime. My dime. Just to chat. What time would be good for a quick call? I'd like to touch base, see if there's a way for us to work together. Scary thing, isn't it? How many of you... Be honest with me here, okay? We're family, right? We're kind of like family guys. So be honest with me. How many of you find that the idea of putting that in an email to call me, I'd like to touch base and see if there's a way for us to work together? How many of you that scares you a little bit? Because you're worried people will actually phone you and then you're going to have a conversation. Anybody going to be honest? Because I know for some of you in here, Thank you, Bran. Thank you. Thank you for being honest, because I know you're the first of many in this room that are here. Good. Thank you, Guest and Nicole and Colette. Look at that. See? Yvonne says, I'm still not great at it. Alice says, scares me a lot. See? Thank you. You're in good company, okay? So if this really makes you nervous, it's okay. Ask them for their phone number anyway. Get in touch with your upline or get in touch with somebody who can help you on a three-way call. Or don't ask this question. All right? Don't ask them for a phone number. Just ask them to reply with their Skype ID and get connected on Skype. Confidence comes with trial and error. Absolutely, Colette. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And you know what? Just throw it out there. Chances are they're not going to reply. And if they do, you can get a conversation going. You can ask them if they have Skype. Right? Get connected on Skype. You can have a chat conversation before you get on a phone call with them. There's lots of ways to make this work. But this is a very simple way to get somebody to send you their phone number. What time would be good for a quick call? I'd like to touch base and see if there's a way for us to work together. Doesn't that sound nice? Doesn't that sound better than I'd like to see if you want to join my business? Share your contact information. Even though it's in every email you send, you can just say, hey, I want to make sure you have my contact information. Even though it's in every email I send. I wouldn't put that in the email. Do you have my contact information? My phone number is, my Skype ID is, call me or Skype me. I'd love to hear from you. That's all I have to say. I don't have to intimidate them and say, you know, I want to know all about your business. I don't want to lead them on and think that I'm going to be a prospect for their business or that I'm selling them something, which I am, but that's okay. Is this helping you guys? Is this helping you to understand how to go in once you get some leads, even sending a personal email? If the lead comes in, you can send a personal email. If you don't want to send it from the autoresponder, you can just send a personal email that says, hey, I'd really like to connect. Ask about their business. People love to talk about their business. And they're going to think that maybe they're going to prospect you, but that's okay. You have all the tools. Remember, see, this is where it gets really exciting, because they can prospect you all they want because you have the tools they need for their business. Isn't that cool? You have tools to help them do conferences, to do presentations. You have tools to help them get leads. You have all the tools they need. So let them come and prospect you. You can just say, no thanks, I'm really happy with what I have. But do you have all the tools you need? You are part of the family, Bren. I really appreciate your interaction. It's good stuff. Ask about their business. Hello, name. Janet Legere here with a quick question. Do you have a business that you're looking to promote online? I'd love to chat and talk about some ideas. Call me or Skype me. I'd love to hear from you. So if you're nervous about people phoning you, just have them connect with you on Skype. You can have a text conversation on Skype. You don't have to have a voice conversation if you're nervous to do that, okay? No, this is the no excuse zone, remember? Now, I'm going to tell you that your business is going to grow a lot better if you get on a call with these people and you get out of that fear zone and do this. And I appreciate that's a really big, scary step. So do the first step and connect with them on Skype. Have a Skype conversation in text. And then when you're ready, you can have a call. Does that sound like a good plan for some of you that are nervous? I hope it does, because I really want to encourage you to stretch yourself out a little. I really want to encourage you to push the limits just a little bit. Just a little bit. Did you know that you can go in and send a broadcast anytime? So I'm going to encourage you to start doing that. Send a broadcast message when you have something to share with them. When you have an idea. When you write a blog post, many of you are blogging. When you write a blog post, go in and send a broadcast and say, hey, I just wrote a new blog post. I'd love your comments. When you join a new program, and don't tell me you're not joining new programs all the time, because you are. Imagine if when you join those programs, you could go into your autoresponder and write a quick email follow-up about your program and then not worry about it again. The system can do it all for you. When you find a new resource that works, these are my favorite. I'm a resource girl. I love using things. And I love telling people about it. I love showing them how to use them. So it's great to be able to go and send that to my lists. When you have an article to share, if you've written an article or you found an article, someone wrote an article and you want to share it, you can do that too. People like that. They like to see that you're sharing valuable information, not always just selling, right? Or you just want to check in. Hey, haven't heard from you in a while. Thought I'd check in. What I love about the autoresponders that are attached to the fan page system and GVO and all of our programs is that they're personalized. When I send a broadcast email out, I can put the code in so that they're getting a personal email. So broadcast email is just that, Brett. You're going into the fan page system or Pure Leverage to the lead capture system or the autoresponder, and you can go to the messages section and you can click broadcast and you can send an email directly to the list right now, or you can send it in the future. So I will go in and send a broadcast to my list that I'm having a training call. I sent one tonight. That's why there's guests of Janet Legere here, because I sent a broadcast out earlier that invited them to the call. So I just went in and I selected all my lists and I sent an email to them. Easy peasy, took 2 minutes, and it all came in all personalized. Wasn't that cool? So let's say you're sitting here in the afternoon, you've got nothing to do, you're kind of doing your advertising and marketing, and boy, it'd be cool to connect with some people. Send an email out and let them know. I'm sitting at my computer right now. I'm on Skype. I'd love to connect. Pretty simple ideas, isn't it? Is this helping you guys? Set up a series in your email autoresponder to be sending out emails daily. You'll find in the shared file folder at the bottom right hand corner to the left hand side of the Pure Leverage icon, there are files in there. Let me bring it up here. Don't think I can move it, but there's files in here. You'll find the initial follow-up email, the opt-in message. These are all for your autoresponder. You'll find a leads follow-up. So these are a series of emails that Joel put together. And right at the bottom, you'll find the GVO training videos. Fun, fun, fun. That's where all the videos are, the replays of our training calls. So you can download those. You'll find them in the shared file folder. Okay? Now, here's the $1 million hint. When you do go in and send a broadcast because you've got something to share, and it's something that is timeless, meaning there isn't, when I'm sending an email about our webinars, I don't want to set that up as an autoresponder message, right? Like I don't want everybody who joins to get the message to come to the call last week or last year. So if it's something timeless, if I've just written an article or if it's a blog post, I can go in and set it up as part of my autoresponder series, part of my follow-up series, so that when new people subscribe as they go through the series, they will get that email too. Does that make sense? It's like when you join a new program and you want to send an email to all your lists, you can send an email to your lists and you can set it up as part of your autoresponder series. Does that make sense? This is also what you want to do with new programs that you join. So if you join a new program, you know how you get shiny object syndrome? Who's guilty of it? Who's here is guilty of shiny object syndrome? When are we getting the free leads with the bonus? That I don't know. Ian, you'd have to put in a support ticket about that, okay? Yeah, a lot, right? You guys are all, you got shiny object syndrome. You're always joining programs. So think about this. Go into your autoresponder and write a quick follow-up email that says, hey, I just joined a really great resource that's very powerful, and I think it could help you too. Bing. The people who are on your list are going to get that message, and anybody new who subscribes will get it in series. So it'll be part of your sequence. So now there's no problem with shiny object syndrome. You join a program, you add it to your autoresponder, you're done. Sound good? And you gotta trust me, it really works. This is how you create your own funnel of programs so that everything you belong to is being marketed to your list. So let's talk about social networks, because I know you're all on Facebook. You're all doing the Facebook core strategies. You're going to the Facebook group. You're going to Joel's fan page. You're posting. You're sharing. You're doing all kinds of things. Now, when you do those things on your wall, people come to your wall and they'll like what you did. Have you ever noticed that? Have you ever noticed that when you're active on your wall or you're doing things that people like what you do? And it tells you, Facebook tells you, you know, Joe and Joe and Fred liked what you did. Somebody reacted to what you did. Have you ever thought about going to that person's Facebook page and sending them a message? Or posting on their wall, or just replying to them and say, hey, thanks for liking my post. I'd love to connect. Start a conversation. Thank them for adding you as a friend. And just like your follow-ups, ask them some questions. Are they involved in a business? Sometimes if you go and look at their profile page, it's pretty easy to tell what they're involved in or not. And if there's nothing on their fan page, then you've got lots of questions you can ask about. That's right, Bren. The leads you get from your fan page go into your autoresponder. Terry says, my personal Facebook page is mostly of friends who don't do MLM. It's my own business niche. That's fine, Terry. Then go and create a fan page for your business and start using that on Facebook. Okay? But you know, Terry, maybe some of those people who are on your personal fan page may be interested in what you're doing as well. But if you want to keep that purely personal, then I encourage you to create or start a fan page for your business and start posting there. Start getting people to like your fan page and follow you so that you can have people to connect with, right? There's a lot of people on Facebook. It's not hard to find friends. It's not hard to make friends. It's not hard to make contact at all. There's like a bazillion of them. You just have to get out there and do it. You have to get out there and make that conversation. Can you share on the fan page? I thought you can only share on your personal page for the system. No, you can share on your own fan page, Terry. I have my own fan page and I share there all the time. You know, and you're right, Bren, a lot of people will put great post. They don't put any meat to it. So what you want to do is make sure that when you're commenting, you put something more relevant. And even if they're not putting, if they're commenting something like that, that's okay. Thank them for commenting. It counts as a share. If you share it to your fan page, Terry, it counts as a share. Because your fan page is connected to you. So as soon as you share it, it gets connected, right? Yeah, very cool. All right. That's a little bit about social networks. We could spend all day talking about social networks, okay? The key is, if somebody comes to your wall or your page or whatever and makes contact with you, message them. Connect with them. They're not going to just come to you. You've got to go out there and find people. That's right, Yvonne. You're building a relationship. How many Skype users? Let's get a quick poll. Yes or no? That you use Skype? I'm just curious. How many of you use Skype? Quick yes or no. Thomas Kelly says need to learn it. Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna say that to all of you. You need to learn it. If you don't have it, you need to learn it. Best tool on the planet. Okay, absolutely best tool on the planet. Really, you need to learn it. It's free. It even works on your cell phone. If you got Wi-Fi on your cell phone, you can talk for free on Skype. You can use your Skype. Go to Skype, download it, get connected, add me to Skype. I'll show you how to use Skype. It is an amazing tool. There are billions of users on Skype, just like there are billions of people on Facebook. And people are posting their Skype IDs all over the place. It's so easy to add contacts to Skype. I have over 3,000 contacts on Skype. It is the mainstream of making contact for my business. And if it scares you, get over it. Okay? You want to build your business, right? You want to be successful. Don't be afraid of Skype. Learn how to use it. Yeah, you can text on Skype. In fact, I text more than I do anything. I have all my sounds shut off on Skype. I text with someone before we get on a call. I always make an appointment with them. So once you start using Skype, you're going to start adding contacts. So you're going to look through your Skype list every day and you can start conversations. You can thank them for adding you as a contact, number one. You can add them to lists. You can start groups on Skype. I have a third-party program I use that allows me to send a personalized message to everybody on my Skype list. Some of you probably get those from me. Just like anything else, you want to treat it the same. You want to ask questions. You want to ask them, are they involved in a home business? Or how long have they been marketing online? What are their favorite resources? These are all things that you can do over and over and over again. Don't know a lot about Skype. There's not a lot to know about it. Microsoft bought the product, so as per Microsoft, it's not perfect. However, it's pretty good. It's been pretty good. It has its issues like anything, but it is a great communication tool, and I highly recommend you get connected with it. If all you do is connect with me, imagine how exciting that would be for you if you had a direct connection to me. So I could help you, so I could connect with you. Wouldn't that be cool? So let's talk a bit about following up with your fan page leads and your upgraded members. Now, as I said earlier, when people come through your fan page system, they're active. These are somebody who's, they're looking to use the system. They filled out the form for the business part, and they've become a lead. You want to connect with them and encourage them to come to these training calls. Come to these calls so they can feel part of the family. You want to encourage them to do the core commitments. Encourage them to get involved in the group. Encourage them to get involved, because that's how you build relationships. If you can get people to become involved, if you can invite them to these calls, invite them to come to the training, invite them to come to the Pure Leverage group so they can see how amazing it is. So they can see that there's real people here looking to work together. When they upgrade, you give them special attention. You welcome them. And you encourage them to come on the calls. You encourage them to duplicate what you're doing. You encourage them to advertise their fan page, get those leads through the system, so that they too can create upgraded members. William says, when we invite, do we send the link to the webinar, or does Joel do that? Well, when you send people, now if you bring them through the system, William, Joel's going to be sending an email with your link in it, okay? So when you bring people to the fan page system, Joel's following up. He's inviting them to here. But you want to do it outside of that, because they need to hear from you personally. Okay? How do you get started, Keith? Get back to the person who invited you here. If you're already a member, log in and get started. All right? Get me on Skype. And you guys are always pretty amazing. You don't abuse the privilege I give you, so thank you for that. I do appreciate it. Remember that the people who come through the fan page system and through the pure leverage system, you need to treat them like gold. You need to give them a great deal of respect, and you need to connect with them on a level that will encourage them to want to participate. Let them know that this is a pretty awesome community, because I think it is. You guys agree with me? It's a pretty awesome community. I think Joel's doing a great job keeping everyone together. He has created some amazing products. And if you stop and you learn to use them, it's going to work. I can promise you that. Remember to do your core commitments every day. Go to the page. Oops, let me grab it for you here. There we go. You go to the fan page. You're going to see lots of pictures and what have you that Joel's been posting there. You want to love them. You want to comment. You want to share. It's that simple. But before you do that, you want to make sure that your fan page system is connected to your Facebook account. Okay? You need to attach your fan page system to your Facebook account. You can do that in the back office of Pure Leverage, the back office of GVO, the back office of the fan page system. It's the first thing you need to do is get those connected and then follow the daily core commitments. It's so simple. Actively advertise your capture page. I can't repeat that enough. Actively advertise your capture page. You have to do it, okay? This isn't going to happen just by sitting back and letting it happen. And if you're doing your daily commitments and not doing anything else, you may get things going, but it's going to take a while. You really need to be adding your own activity to this system, and it's not hard to do. Follow up and follow through. Start generating leads, then you start to get involved in those leads, because that's how you create duplication. That's how you get people who follow what you do. That's how you start getting followers, and it all starts with one. And I know you all want to have those big dollars, and you all want to have things running at 90 miles an hour. And I can't tell you that the only way it's going to get there is when you start with one. Where do you learn to create a fan page? On Facebook, or you can go to YouTube and type in how do I create a fan page. You can type it in Facebook. There'll be training there on how to do it. It's really not hard. They're pretty simple. I'll have to see if there's somebody who's an expert can help me out there. We'll do some training on it. So I'm going to open up for questions for the last few minutes of the call here. If you guys have any questions about follow-up, about the fan page system, we'll not get into the my own meeting stuff at this time. I know that Joel is away, but I expect he'll be back next week for, he won't be doing a 9 o'clock call, but he'll be on a daytime call. I'll check with corporate to see what we're doing next Tuesday, okay? So stay tuned. Watch your email. We will be back here next Thursday, though. Any topics that you guys would like me to cover next week? We'll soon be doing the Mine Own meeting. Didn't find the slide share. The shared file folder, Thomas, is in the bottom right-hand corner of the room to the left-hand side of the Pure Leverage logo. What is the average time it takes to get a paid subscriber after doing the core commitments? Well, Terry, if all you were doing is the core commitments, it may take a long time. I don't know. Are you getting leads? Are you seeing some leads come through your system? We're seeing about a 5% upgrade ratio. So if you're developing leads, you're going to start to see upgrades. Okay? So doing the core commitments is something you want to continue to do every day. It gets excitement going, gets activity going, and you will start to see leads coming through your system, and you will start to get the paid members from GVO. But don't rely just on that. The system will give you paid members based on the points that you earn, Terry. All right? And remember that the company has to generate those paid members before they can be distributed to people who've earned them. Yep, they get assigned from GVO. Terry, I don't know how long. I don't know the answer to that question. Probably that's a question for corporate. That's great. Keep doing it. Are you doing anything else, Terry? It's great that you're doing more than 80 points every week. But are you getting any free leads, Terry? Are you getting any free leads? Good. Good. So now I'm going to encourage you to follow what we taught tonight and follow up with those leads. Okay? Follow up with those leads. Encourage them to go through the system. As far as the paid members, I'm not sure when those will start being deposited into the system. I noticed that I did have one in the system, but I'm not sure where it came from. But I will look into that, Terry, okay? I will look into it and see if I can find an answer, see if somebody can answer me when will members start seeing the paid members, okay? I'll hopefully have a answer for you next week. Paid members be distributed. Okay. Beverly says, I share, but to my fan page and don't get credited for it. I really don't want to share on my personal page. Is there a change I need to do? I'm not sure about that. You should get credit for sharing if you're sharing it to your fan page. What would be a first good email for prospects in the co-op? One of the ones that I had here, let me flip back here. Just a basic one that says, thank you for subscribing. I'd love to connect. Let me see what the one that asks. This would be a great one. Thanks for subscribing to my list. I'm wondering if you're involved in a business that you're looking to promote online. I'd love to hear all about it. That would be a great one. So Terry, the only thing I can suggest is make sure that your fan page connection, or that your Facebook connection is correct, that you're connected to the right Facebook account and all that, because you should be getting all those credits. Stick with it. And I'll find out when those are going to happen, okay? Oh, I am staying warm. Got a nice new winter coat yesterday, so we're probably going to have a nice warm winter. Okay, because I got a nice warm winter coat. I'm not going to need it. Okay, so you should get points for sharing on your timeline and fan page, so I don't know why you aren't. That seems really odd. Oh, thank you, Carola. I really appreciate that. Glad you learned a lot. Awesome. That's what this is all about. If there's anything I could do to help you guys, let me know. I'd be happy to help. Again, you can get me on Skype. I will give you my Skype ID because I know you guys would never abuse my Skype ID. Bren, I'm not sure how you guys would make contact. Look each other up on Facebook. Look each other up on Skype. There's my Skype ID if I can help you guys remember. I know you guys won't abuse that privilege. Feel welcome to add me as a contact. If I'm showing busy or not available, it just means I'll get back to you as soon as I can, but I will get back to you. I do answer all of my Skype requests. This recording, I hope to have it up tomorrow. So William, what I will do is that I'll come into the room and I will update that file. So in the shared file folder, there's a GVO recording. I'll just show it to you right here. Well, you can't see it, but it's in the recording. GVO training videos. It's in the shared file folder. And what I'll do is I update that file as soon as I upload the video. The video will be in the Pure Leverage members area in the video section, in the Easy Video Producer section. And I will upload it in the room. Okay? So anything else I can help you out before wrapping up tonight? You guys have been awesome. Thank you for all the great questions. And I really hope this has helped you to feel a little more comfortable about following up with your leads, about what to say if you're still challenged, if you've got a contact who's asking a question you're not sure of. I'd be happy to help as much as I can. Okay. But at the end of the day, I'm really going to encourage you to keep it simple, keep it personal, and keep it friendly. Be yourself. People aren't, if you're not a seasoned salesperson, don't try to act like one, because people are going to call you on it. And you want to attract people who you can work with together, that you can learn together and grow together. And that's what this business is all about, right? Well, you guys have been awesome. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next week. Same time, same bat channel. Let me know what you guys would like to have me talk about next week. If you have any favorites, let me know. I'd be happy to do that. We can talk about all manner of things. Otherwise, you're going to get what I pick or whatever comes to mind. Yeah, if you don't have the answer, just say, I don't know the answer to that question right now, but I know somebody who does, so I'll get back to you. Yeah, click on the dots and download the files. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, click on the little dots right beside the Pure Leverage logo, and you'll find all the files there. And I'll be back next week. You guys are awesome. Have a phenomenal week, and be happy in whatever you do. Good night, everyone.